It don't have to be one person all the time. It can be 3 or 4 people. Amen. One day it could be, we can say, hey, who has a word of the Lord? I'm thankful that Mark is here to be in service with us, and then after service, he will interview you.
Are you really filming this?
Yeah.
There's going to be some disruption in the background, but no, I don't consider myself a spiritual being.
Okay.
Most of America doesn't, even if they say they do.
Belonging to like an ecclesiastical organization and trying to go to church every Sunday and doing all that kind of things, I think the structure, the way that they structure it kind of takes away from like the personal spiritual contact that you can get with whatever is out there.
I think the big thing in college opened my eyes to, there's other beliefs out there that were contradictory to what I believed in.
Yeah.
And hearing another opinion was important. And that's the great thing about education, is that by reading, by discussing, meeting other people, you learn about other things that you didn't know about.
Someone goes to me, "You're Arabic, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 100% Syrian." They're like, "Why are you wearing a cross?" I said, "Because I'm Christian." And they responded, "Oh, I didn't know there were Arabic Christians."
Arabic is like Spanish in that, like, in Spanish, if you're talking about a mixed group, you'll use, like, if you're talking about the plural mixed group, like 2 boys and 3 girls, you use the male plural, and that's understood to be inclusive. But English is much more separate.
Yeah.
So the reason that we use him is because in Arabic that's an inclusive term. That if you don't know the gender of something, then that's the way that you refer to it. Or if the gender is mixed, that's the way that you refer to it.
Literally, we are Jesus's too.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not Jesus Christ, but we're the Son of God too.
Yeah.
That's why we're helping each other.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants us to do.
Yeah.
That's why we're supposed to be, he gave us what he say, love thy neighbor, so that we can help each other.
Yeah.
And that's why we are sons of God. Now, everybody out here don't have to necessarily be sons of God.
Yeah.
Now, they could be sons of bitches. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to help nobody.
Yeah.
They don't want to do like the Lord asked them to do.
Yeah.
As far as helping and doing stuff for people.
Dharma is used in the Hindu lexicon to imply justice, but there is a way of life that the Hindus follow, which basically is to lead by example. Not do unto others what you would not want done to you.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's not much different from what you hear in the commandments.
Yeah.
We have to sort of have some historical perspective here. Islam gave women rights that women in this country didn't have 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Women during, the time of the American Revolution didn't have. Women during the time of the Civil War didn't have. Islam...
What kind of rights are you talking about?
The rights of inheritance. The rights to divorce. In 7th century, Arabia, this is like, these ideas are a big deal. If a husband doesn't please his wife sexually, she can divorce him for that reason alone. I mean, that's not a conclusion that we arrived at, I think, till maybe the 60s.
What do you believe? Are you religious at all?
No, I grew up very, very, liberal. So my parents. So now I'm doing some soul searching.
Right. Because when you die someday, what do you think's going to happen?
That's exactly.
I think the older we get, the more liberal we get, because we realize we want to be judged liberally ourselves.
Americans have great humanity. Americans have great affection for fellow human beings. Is America on the right path?
It's up to your generation, dear.
What do you mean it's up to my generation?
Your generation's going to have to step forward with some real leaders.
Americans do not realize that their consumerism is actually hurting the rest of the world and the environment.
Yeah.
That is, so I don't mean to say for a second that Americans, including myself, do not care about the environment. They have just not been in a position to appreciate what hardship means.
You're talking about the baby boomers, you think they're do-nothings?
Yeah, I do. In general, They haven't really contributed much to the country.
I think they ended up being a bunch of sellouts,
Yeah, I
to
think
be
so, too.
honest.
Yeah. The mood of Woodstock carried over to a whole generation. They just didn't, oh, it's fun. If it's fun, do it.
Literally generations after generations where their major concern is what's on TV tonight or
Yeah.
where am I going to spend my vacation?
Yeah.
That,
Or what am I going to wear today?
yeah, I mean that's wonderful. I want my child to grow up in an environment where they don't have to fear anything and they don't have any wants.
No responsibility to the country, no responsibility to their own children.
Yeah.
And that was sad.
But at the same time, I'm concerned that if they grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth, they'll never understand what hardship means and what it means to sacrifice for other people.
I don't think that the silent majority is about people who are, proselytizing or making themselves known as doing these good things. They just do good things, and they hope that other people take notice of it.
Well, they don't even hope that anybody will notice it. There's a wonderful passage in the Thornton Wilder book, The Eighth Day, where he describes what he thinks is a saint.
Does your service have anything to do with your spiritual beliefs?
I don't think they do. I mean, kind of, I guess. I kind of think it's what you should do is serve humanity because, not everybody has a nice upbringing. Not everybody has good parents and good family support. And I think it's important to help other people, especially in their time of need.
I help people.
Oh, okay.
I help people.
Okay.
So that's all I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I help people. And then my blessings, it comes just like this.
Yeah.
You see?
Since they know you're volunteering, they kind of approach you in a different way too. Mm-hmm. They know that you're taking time out of the day to come and be with them, and that's, I think that's special to them too.
They never look for praise or thanks or anything. They just see something that needs to be done, and they do it. And I think those are God's noble people.
Yeah.
I wish I could be like that, but I'm not.